Well, hello folks. Welcome to the orientation video for Principles of Data Analysis. My name is Richard Harvey. I'll be the instructor for this course. On the front page, you can find my name, you can find my email address, you can find my phone number, but also on the front page to the left up on your instructor profile, you can find more contact information and a very slowly loading picture of me. That's me. That's what I look like. Also, there's a location listing for my office. Should you find yourself in St. Louis, you're welcome to come visit should you feel the desire or need to do that. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the home page. Going to encourage you to make sure that you download the syllabus and calendar. One of my major pieces of advice that I give to every class is download the PDF of the calendar. I would hang that up. That includes, in fact, we'll just open it up so you can see what it looks like. That includes a really nice overview of what is it you need to be doing each week. And so the reading for the week will appear where it says book, and then the list of the things that you need to turn in. So this is really a good guide to have at your disposal. And like I said, my advice is that you would download this, hang this up someplace. It'll help you to kind of keep up with things. The book for the class is Introductory Statistics by Robert Gold and Colleen Ryan. That book can be purchased through the bookstore. It can be purchased in other places, but here's the catch. You will need to get the My Stat Lab added on. Now, if you purchase it from the bookstore, it comes bundled with that. If you purchase the book or you rent the book elsewhere, then you'll need to purchase My Stat Lab separately. You'll be able to do that actually when you register for My Stat Lab. And so I'll show you where the links for all of that information is at. Okay. So definitely make sure that you read the syllabus carefully. It lists the learning objectives for the course that I won't walk you through. But I will say that this class is really different from a traditional statistics class in that the emphasis is really more on you learning how to use software to conduct the analyses. So nowhere in this work will you really have to do hand calculations. You'll be using a software called StatCrunch, which is actually only available when you get the My Stat Lab. Okay, so you will definitely need to register with that very soon in order to, in fact, all of the homework is done in My Stat Lab. And the way that you would register for that is over here to the left. You'll see there's a My Stat Lab link. If you click any of these links, the first thing that it's going to do is lead you to a registration page. If you have purchased My Stat Lab with your book, then you should have a password that you enter and you're in. If you did not purchase a book that has with it, then you'll be actually given the option of paying for My Stat Lab once you click that link. Okay, so make sure that that's sort of a first order business. Let's find our way back to the home page. Okay. So you should do the course readiness agreement. There is a link for registering for My Stat Lab that will sort of explain to you what is it you need to do. Also, you're going to find some information about that in the first module. So beyond using the calendar, there are weekly modules. And so each week, a module will mysteriously appear. So for example, the module for the first week is already here. When you click that module, you will have an overview of the things that you're going to be doing each week. You will have an agenda, which will specify what's actually going to be due. There will be a section that entails lessons and resources each week. These are composed of a variety of videos that you can watch, as well as PowerPoint notes, any resources. The mix of resources sort of differs. There are definitely lectures for the chapter that are available there, but also sometimes I will include additional resources. Now here's a little bit of a warning. You will notice that The main lectures each week will not be the voice that you're hearing now. One of the things that we decided to do was to standardize these courses. So we chose one of the other instructors to kind of give the lecture. So all of the courses now have the same lectures that are included in them. So you won't hear my voice except for in the weekly overviews and this orientation video, but it's definitely all information that's anchored in your book. Okay, and then the links to all the assignments will be provided. And so that's where you'll be able to access the things that you'll be doing each week. Most weeks you will have a discussion in which a first part of that will be due earlier in the week, say Wednesday, and then the latter part's due at the end of the week. You'll have a My Stat Lab homework assignment, and you'll find the links to those assignments each week under the list of assignments. Okay, and then there may be some other thing that oftentimes is not that involving. It may be a course reflection piece. There are at least 3 of those throughout the course. You'll also find that there's some weeks you'll be playing around with a database that'll be made available to you. Okay, and using that database to do some analysis using this StatCrunch software. One of the things that we want you to do is become fairly proficient with the StatCrunch software. The last week of this course, you'll be working on a course project that will require you to do many analyses and interpretations using the StatCrunch software. So we build up to that course project by doing some weekly assignments in StatCrunch. Okay, so that's the basic rhythm of the course. I want to encourage you to have my information handy, and so once again, for those of you that are in St. Louis, you feel like you would benefit from spending some time with me, I'm definitely happy to meet with you. I'm pretty flexible. I have times during the day, but also I can meet with you on certain evenings if you think you'd benefit from some tutoring in that way. You're also welcome to set up Zoom meetings. So if you are not accessible, but you still feel like you would benefit from some interaction with me, I can do Zoom meetings. And we can cover some concepts there, or we can arrange for phone calls, and definitely you can email me, and I'll be happy to sort of get back. There is a discussion board. In addition to the weekly discussions, there is a Q&A section discussion board, so you're welcome also to ask your questions there. And one of the cool things about asking a question there, everyone will get to see not just your question, but my reply. And also anyone's welcome to reply. So it may be that someone else sort of knows the answer to that. So what I want to encourage each of you to reply if you know that. Oftentimes, if you post something early that morning and I don't get to it, someone else might get to it before I get to it. Okay, so definitely want to encourage you to take advantage of each other as well as something here. If you've posted something and it doesn't seem like I'm replying to it soon enough, you might want to send me an email. Just say, hey, there's a question waiting for you in the Q&A. Could you please get to that thing? I try to be diligent to sort of check this on a daily basis, but sometimes depending upon what time I checked it, if someone posted something after that, I might miss it until the next day. Okay, and if it's definitely something timely, then you might just send me a quick little email letting me know that there's a question waiting for me in there. But like I said, otherwise, I'll try to be diligent to kind of check that pretty frequently. So this is Principles of Data Analysis. And I'm looking forward to being able to interact with you folks via the discussion board. Once again, don't be shy or bashful. If there's any thing that you would just rather talk with me directly with, there are a variety of ways in which you can contact me. Okay, so I wish you all the best for this term. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.